What's going on, everybody? Today we'll be working with the brand new Xbox One console. So, going to be doing a lot of tutorials with this. For all my subscribers that are going to watch this, I'm going to show you how to open this. I'm going to show you how to replace the heatsink compound from the stock cheap crappy stuff. I'm going to show you, I'm even going to do about 4 or 5 tutorials on how to case mod this. It's actually really case moddable, which is fun. A lot of people I've seen, there's been a few case modding videos where they're just doing a window right here, and I'm going to actually do a full window, I believe, all the way through it. But anyways, this tutorial is going to show you how to open this up. It's going to show you how to disassemble it down to where, at least to where the motherboard is just in the metal casing. It's actually a really easy console to pop open. It's not too bad at all. It's a lot easier than the Xbox 360 Slim was, so that's good. But anyways, all you're really going to need, I'm going to go ahead and use a flathead screwdriver. If you can use something smaller and thinner than this, maybe even like a hard plastic, I would recommend that over this. But I've got an easy touch. It's actually mainly used for prying the case open. And then all you need is a size, it's a Torx head. Yeah. Let's see what size it is here. Size 8. So you need a size 8 T8 Torx head here. And that's all you really need, actually, which is pretty surprising. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started by flipping this up. And this right here is a side piece similar to the Xbox 360. This right here is. And so all you've got to do is pry this out. A good place is maybe right here. That's kind of where I do it. You just kind of stick that in. And stick that in right here. And pry it out. That pops right out. Also, I haven't watched any of the other videos. I'm sure there's a few other out there already. So if there's some other little things that people have done that I don't mention, I'm sorry. But this is just for myself tinkering around with it. Next thing we're going to do, there's a little plastic piece right here, and you're going to be sliding that out. Alright, and there should be some screws right here possibly as well. If so, take those out, and then you just slide and pop that little thing out. Alright, next part is right here on the back. It's kind of hard to explain this, but right here where the seam is, you're going to push down. You're going to push down on this side and pull up on this side. And then once you do that, you're also going to kind of push this inward this way. Pull my sleeves up. Whoa. And I knocked the camera down. Okay, sorry about that. So you're popping that down. And you see how it kind of makes that noise. So you pop that down and you kind of spread it a little bit. And you can even at this point take the screwdriver maybe and kind of put it right there. Okay, and then what you do is you're going to go across and you're going to go down. So we're going to kind of pop this open and then go down and go around the back side, just like that. Alright, I'm going to flip this over. Alright, and I've got that popped open. And you just gotta, it sounds like you might even be breaking it, but it's really not. If you put the right pressure on it, it just pops right out. So this is where you're going to get your screwdriver. You're going to kind of lightly go down, because that's why you might need something softer than this, because you could mess it up if you dig into it. So you're just going to keep going down. And as you go down, spread it more this way, so you can keep going down a lot easier. There we go. Alright. Now, don't rip this off, okay, because there is a ribbon on the front of this for the touch sensors and stuff like that. But it's not too difficult to take out, but I'm hoping I'm going to get a good shot of this because it's hard to see. So what you're doing is you're just kind of lightly opening it, and it will kind of pop, and that's okay. But don't just spread it wide open, you're going to rip the ribbon. Alright, so what you got to do is, on the front, see, make sure I got a good shot here. So let me move this around. On the front, there's clips right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Alright, and that's how the faceplate is kind of connected to it. So what you're going to do is you're going to pry one up and just go down and start prying them off. And all I'm doing is it's just a little tab. It's like a little tab, and you just stick your screwdriver under it, and that'll kind of lift it. It's almost like the original Xbox, actually, because that faceplate kind of has a similar setup. Sorry if I'm moving the camera, but it's hard to get this shot. Alright, so you get the idea. I'm going to take it off because it's kind of hard with the camera. I'm trying to hold it. So I'm going to set this back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. You're going to see some cutting there. Kind of had to move the video around to get a good shot. But all I was showing you is you're just popping these little clips off. And once you get all of them popped at once, the top part will just, kind of come out of there, which is kind of convenient, actually. So we're going to set that aside. Now we're still got to be careful because it's attached to the faceplate. Alright, so don't just throw that all around because that ribbon is still there. Just at least it's not attached to that big case piece. Alright, so as you can see, huge fan, man. This thing has got the biggest heatsink I've ever seen on a video game console for sure. So all we're going to do now is if you see a screw, pretty much the rule is if you see a screw, take it out. It's all T8. Some of them are long. Just keep a mental note, and also make sure you have a little plastic cup so that you don't lose any of the screws. So once you take one out, put it in your little plastic cup. I was definitely surprised how easy this console is to pop open, especially after what they tried to do with the Xbox 360 Slim. They tried to make it real difficult with all the different tabs you had to pop out of there and stuff. Just got a few more here. As you can see, there's a few little things wired up right here on top. This, I believe, is a Wi-Fi card. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's definitely what it looks like to me. It looks like where you get your Wi-Fi signal from. And it's not hardwired either. It is disconnectable, so that's kind of nice. And also right here, it looks like it's a little speaker, I think. That's what it looks like to me. It's kind of a weird one, but... And I did notice that the Xbox makes noises and stuff, even when your speakers on your TV are all the way down. So, interesting feature. Alright, now, there's a black wire here, and it's connected with a little gold connector. You're just going to take it, kind of use your fingernails, just kind of lift that up. Okay, it's not too hard. Next, we're going to pop this out. It is got a connector right here on this corner. So you're going to pull from that side and just kind of weasel its way out of there. Let's set that aside. Now don't try to rip this out. We're going to do that later when we case mod, but for now, if you're just trying to disassemble it, go ahead and leave that connected. Because what we're going to do flip it over here. So first we're going to disconnect this little speaker from the front here. And you see that ribbon. That ribbon is weird. I haven't taken a good enough look to see if you can actually disconnect it, but it looks like you cannot. Alright, then you're popping this little other side of this wire off. It's kind of like the RF module. It's going to be easy to change the LED colors as well. Alright, so now that you got those disconnected, we can go ahead and we can pop this off. And there it is, there's the inside. Look at that fan, man, isn't that huge? And the heatsink, we're going to pop this fan off. It comes right off. The heatsink is insane. It's huge, and it still uses an X-clamp, it looks like, on the bottom, too, which I thought was kind of odd. I thought they would finally disown that, but they didn't. Anyways, we're going to also start by, you can actually just pull this out now. There's nothing else holding it. So we're going to go ahead and take the bottom part of the case off. Just move that out of the way. Now we're going to go ahead and disconnect this RF board here. And that way we can get this hanging little faceplate out of the way. Pops out kind of like the old ones did in the Xbox 360. Just got a little connector right there. And you can just keep those together. Makes it a lot easier to take control of. Also, there's 3 screws. I forgot to tell you on the front of this. Mine, I didn't put the screws back. But on the front of this, there is 3 screws you have to take out. So keep that in mind. Those are T8 as well. Alright, next we're just going to pop out this Blu-ray drive, which is really small. Very small. And it just pops out. Just like that. Just got to pull them out. And then the drive just pops right out. It's got some foam stuff. It's actually kind of annoying. Especially when you put it back in, because it kind of gets in the way. But whatever. If it makes the drive function properly, I guess I shouldn't complain. Alright. Now we're going to disconnect the hard drive here. Same thing, you just take that out. Nice little small hard drive there, I like that. The fan, we're going to go ahead, just unhook the fan, unplug it. And there's these little clips around each side. You're just going to kind of lift the clip up as you kind of pop it up. I can actually turn it like this. Use my little screwdriver. Be careful not to damage the heatsink or anything, though, prying this off. Alright. And there's the heatsink. Look at that thing. Very big. Hopefully that'll work a lot better than the Xbox 360. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. You can also take these little plastic pieces out right here. If you just kind of push that clip in, that'll pop right out. And that actually is kind of like a stabilizer for the case screws, the long ones. So do not lose those. So oh, and there's 2 little holes. You gotta line those up. And there's one over here. This one over here, the white one is held in with a little screw. But anyways, guys, that's the end of this tutorial. I'm gonna do one on how to replace the stock heatsink compound, and you know, put some nice heatsink compound on there. So anyways, guys, until next time.